then we have Markus, Muller, and Siphosethu, and they are obviously here to answer your questions. But we'll kick off in the usual manner, and I will ask Coach quickly to run through the team, and then we can start with the questions. Thank you, Coach.
Afternoon, guys. Just to talk a little bit about the team. Spoke about in the first week that we'd be using some rotations. So we're looking to bring guys back in that weren't necessarily with us in camp before we came over to Georgia. So Setu will come back in to captain the side. Ollie will be joining him after coming back from the SAAs. Danie Kruger as well will be in the front row. It's a settled combination there. Heinrich Theron will come back in the row with Luke Cannon and KB Maake. And all three of those guys did really well last time we played against Georgia at Paul Rus and Stellenbosch. And then obviously Jack Benade gets a start, and Samuel Badenhorst comes back in after his shoulder injury. He'll be partnering Markus in the centres.
Thank you, Coach. Leighton, I see your hand was first up. You can go.
Thank you, Ray. Hello, Kevin. Hello, guys. Hope you are well. Kevin, to start off with you, please. Just in terms of the rotation policy that you are using, do you feel this Georgia game, those guys coming back, that will give them sort of the same intensity that the others played with in the first game?
Yeah, definitely will. I think that the guys would have loved to play the first game. But as I mentioned, some guys weren't with us just before we went. So we were planning for Uruguay with a team that was quite settled. And now we've had guys back in camp for a week, and they can bring a lot of intensity, which we expect them to do, especially in our pack. We've got 4 or 5 fresh guys coming. So we're excited for that.
And then judging by the performance of the guys in that first game, was it an easy decision to rotate, or would you have wanted to keep a few guys who actually performed well for the second clash as well?
No, I think everyone performed well. So it's never easy, but we were clear with the guys from the get-go that we wanted to play everyone in the second game. So I think you're lucky if you can go into 2 games and you've used everyone in the squad, so everyone's battle ready. But the guys knew that we were using a rotation, so everyone had clarity.
I was just going to ask you on that, getting the rest of the guys in on it. You're sort of creating a good selection headache for yourself heading into the third and then potentially the playoff games.
Yeah, I think the main thing is just making sure everyone's had a game and everyone feels battle ready, as I mentioned, and everybody's got clear on how they want to play, how we want to play, and what their role is. So I think we're lucky with that, and I think our medical team's doing an exceptionally good job to get guys ready for us.
That's all for now. Thanks.
Thank you, Leighton. Vim?
Hi, everyone. Hi, Kevin. Setu, Markus. Coach, I'll start off with you. Looking at the Georgian outfit, obviously they had that close loss against Wales, but I think they will probably feel unlucky that they lost that match. And then obviously right before the tournament, they beat New Zealand in that warm-up match. And I went through the 2 team sheets of when you guys played them earlier in the season. I saw it looks like quite a different Georgian outfit than when you guys met overseas there earlier in the season. I think they made about 10 changes to that team and almost like 17 changes to the team you guys played here in Cape Town. Just what type of a challenge are you expecting from them?
Yeah, how's it? We know that they've brought quite a few guys back from overseas. Some of their guys play in France, and we're expecting very, very physical game. They pride themselves on their set piece. They're obviously quite emotional about the loss, and they want to make things right. We understand that. So we'll be making sure we control our emotion and really play the game that we want to play. I think we're playing them for the 4th time this year, so we're fully aware of what Georgia's strengths are, and we're fully aware of how we want to play against them. So that's good that we've got clarity. But like I say, they have made rotations, and sometimes rotations take time to settle down. So we feel like we're really confident given the squad depth that we've got, but not only that, the combinations that we've been playing with over the last year.
And obviously, like you mentioned, this is the 4th time you'll be playing them this year, and each of the 3 earlier times was quite convincing wins on the scoreboard at least. Just how is it tough, to avoid becoming sort of complacent by facing the same challenger, 4 times in one season, or is it not a problem for the guys to stay motivated, especially now with the World Tournament?
No, we're so motivated. We're so happy to be here now and be playing in this competition, to be honest. And I don't think anyone's complacent. I think we were at the game, so the guys got to watch Wales play against Georgia, and we felt the energy of the crowd. So I would say we're nowhere near being complacent. I think the guys are actually quite excited, and there's obviously good nerves going into this game.
Thank you. Markus, I'm going to ask in English, just for everyone else here as well. But I remember last year at the Craven Week, I think you played 12 for Western Province. And then afterwards at the Interschools Media Day, I asked you if you would prefer, if you know how you felt playing 12 compared to 13. And you explicitly told me you hope Peter so never picks you at 12 again. So I was just wondering, moving back to 12 and Samuel coming in at 13, just what are you expecting from the match and that combination?
Yeah, all of them. I think it's definitely going to be a bit different than 13, but also not too bad. I think in open play, 12 and 13's roles are mostly the same. Only real difference is where you stand at set piece. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the opportunity to be able to play 12. Week has gone good so far, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a bit of a different role at decision making and all that. And yeah, I'm really enjoying just doing all that and trying to adapt as quickly as possible. Yeah, and working with Samuel is also lovely as well. He can always fit into 12 if he wants to. Yeah, and I think we have a good combination and a good communication between the both of us.
Thank you. And Isetu, for you, now chasing that first match, that second try that could have been his, he gave to you. I was just wondering if you gave him a high five or probably not a beer, but something afterwards for those 5 points.
Yeah, no, I probably thanked him about 10 times after the game.
And Coach, I saw in the press release they mentioned that Ethan and Kutatsu have a little bit of niggles they're struggling with. Could you maybe just elaborate on that?
Yeah, sure. Ethan's ankle, he got trotted on during the game and his ankle just blew up a little bit. So more precautionary than anything. And Kutsi got a big cut in his lip and he's had stitches through there. And usually stitches take about 7 days, a week to make sure that they heal properly. And we just didn't think, given the physical nature of this game, that it was worth risking him. So Geordie comes in to replace him there.
Thank you. That's all from me.
Thank you, Vim. Okay, anyone else? Brendan, see your hands up.
Yeah, how's it, guys? Kevin, I ask you. I know you're going to tell me you concentrate on your own game and you concentrate more than on the opposition. But was it a good thing or a bad thing that Wales beat Georgia in those dying moments for you guys? What would you have preferred?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Brendan, it's a good question because I have sort of played out both scenarios. What would happen if Georgia had sort of won that game, and what would the crowd be like then? And now, losing to Wales, are they more hungrier than that? Than that? And I'm not sure, Brendan, to be honest. I don't actually know what's going to come out of Georgia, if I'm honest. All I can say, and I know you've said it already, we're going to focus on ourselves. We are going to play a game that we believe is very, very quick and very physical because that's how we want to express ourselves. So we'll see how they deal with that. But obviously, we are expecting a lot of emotion from them.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, and your guys' performance, as you said, everybody played well. That's probably sort of heightened the competition in the squad as well because nobody can really feel comfortable in their position at the moment.
Yeah, exactly, Brendan. Not only that, I mean, it's very easy to sort of get quite loose in games like that or, maybe go away from the structure. But I thought that everybody was, I mean, this group has shown incredible maturity throughout the TRC, TRCA, and now against Uruguay. The guys didn't get loose at all. I thought they played a mature game. So it definitely makes things difficult around selection time, but that's exactly where we want to be going into the World Cup because our training becomes better, guys are more determined, and I think the group's in a really good place for that.
And then just for the two young men next to you, they can decide who answers first. Both of you guys have had some training with the Springboks, and yesterday Rassie was talking about Riley's injury and the intensity of the training there. I was just wondering, maybe just reflect a bit on your time, you guys' time training with the senior guys, and was there any moment you'll remember, not specifically a training moment, but was there something that you always take home as a memory with you guys from there?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think being in that type of environment, as a youngster, you're sort of in a good place to sort of take a lot of lessons from guys who've been playing test match rugby for 5+10 years. So it's definitely a huge privilege to be able to be in that part of environment, and there's a lot that you can take away from an environment like that.
And yeah, for me, I think being able to take all that intensity and the way of thinking, training, analysis, all that, and being able to bring that into our environment here, seeing how the seniors do it, and yeah, just trying to bring a bit of that environment into ours. Yeah, I think it helps quite a lot. We can drive a lot of standards. And I think Isetu will agree with me. We'll definitely remember the fitness test we did on the first day.
Was it that tough?
Yeah, it was a good one, especially in Joburg with a bit of altitude, just get the lungs going for the start of the 2 weeks. But yeah, it was a good experience.
Okay. And I just want to take the last one from me, just for both of you as well. There's obviously a lot of expectation given that the side won last year, the championship, defending the title. There's the fact that Rusty's obviously got a lot of you guys into training with the Springboks, and yeah, and just from schoolboy level, I mean, you both were very good, obviously schoolboy stars in your time. There's a lot of expectation around you guys. How do you guys handle the pressure? And how do you have you learned anything from your time at the box about that sort of handling the pressure?
Yeah, I think it's more a thing of focusing on keeping the main thing, and sort of knowing that rugby is what you do and not who you are. So whenever it's rugby time, you focus on the rugby, and whenever it's not rugby time, you focus on doing things you like, hanging out with your friends, whatever it is that you like. So I think it's just a balance between the two, so that you don't put that much pressure on yourself all the time on what you can do better on the field or at training or during games. Yeah, so I think it's more just getting a good balance between the two.
Yeah, I completely agree with Isetu. I think, yeah, just focusing on the right things, and with the Springboks, and I think definitely here as well, the coaches and the coaching staff, they drive that mentality really well. So yeah, everyone knows you're training hard, and when you train, and then afterwards, if it's off time, you don't have to worry about anything else. You can do your own thing, and that, like you said, it's a good balance you have, and it keeps you hungry.
Thanks, guys. Good luck for the game, eh?
Thanks, Brendan.
Thank you, Brendan. Anyone else? Ross, see you. Welcome.
I'm all good, thanks.
Okay, I see Carl's hand. Ross, I'll get back to you. Carl, you can go ahead. Thank you.
Markus, maybe you can, and Isetu also can answer the question. Rossi also made a remark that maybe the step up to the Springboks training facility, facilities and methods is maybe a step too far for junior players, because Dylan Mart was also off for a while for a hamstring. Do you feel that there's a big step up from what you experienced at the junior box to the Springboks?
I think it's definitely a different type of training. Obviously, you play against guys who has done it for a long time. So yeah, you have to get used to that. But I feel, especially like with injuries and all that can happen to anyone at any given time. So I wouldn't say that the jump necessarily would be too harsh on anyone. Yeah, they keep saying if you're good enough, age doesn't matter. So yeah, I wouldn't say that it plays too big of a factor. I know they wouldn't have picked the guys if they didn't think they were ready. And yeah, physically, I think everyone was able to cope really well.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Ross, are you ready now? Oh.
No,
I've got everything answered. Thanks very much.
Good. Grant?
Thanks, Ray. Markus, I just wanted to ask you in terms of your breakthrough season with the Stormers, how have you found that? And then to Coach Kevin, talk about the alignment in the structures at SA Rugby and how it's seamless for the players to adapt. Thanks.
Yeah, for me, I've been really privileged to had an opportunity with the Stormers. It's quite unexpected, but yeah, it was a really amazing experience for me. Obviously, did get an injury, which was quite bad because I missed out on the TLC. But yeah, I'm very grateful to be here now, back in this environment. And yeah, I'm just enjoying every moment so far. Yeah, and taking it step by step.
Thanks, Markus.
Yeah, Grant, obviously we're very lucky to have the Springbok staff be so open and welcoming towards us. We've had a few of them come into our camps before and spend time with us. And then at the same time, I personally was invited into the lineman camps, and obviously some of our guys have been in and out of a lineman camp. So I think the messaging is pretty clear and who we play for. And I think that the behaviors of both teams are very clear about how we want to have a good, strong culture. We want to make sure that we put South Africa first, and that we want to play a really special style and brand of rugby. So yeah, I think we're very, very grateful for all the support we get from the top, and we're also very grateful for all the support we get from the bottom, and what I mean from the unions and the schools, because I think we're the middle ground for both. So we feel very supported at the moment.
Happy, Grant?
Yeah, all good on my side.
Fantastic. Okay, gents, thank you very much. You have the team, you got your answers. Next time we'll connect. There will be an online presser after the game. It will be, I'll send you the link, and we'll set aside another 15 minutes or so for those who want to join us, because there's been a lot of requests. But thank you so much, and chat you next time. Cheers.
Appreciate
Cheers, guys.
it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers, good luck, guys.
Bye, guys.